Every relationship, there's an invisible balance of power. Sometimes it tips in favor of one partner, often without either person realizing it. Today we're diving into what happens when men discover a key insight that can shift this balance. Understanding these dynamics isn't about winning or losing, but about creating healthier, more equal connections. Let's start by exploring what power really means in the context of relationships, and why it matters so much to both men and women. Power in relationships isn't just about who makes the decisions or who earns more money. It's about influence, emotional leverage, and the ability to set the tone for how two people interact. Often women are socialized to hold subtle forms of power through communication, emotional intelligence, or even expectations. Men, on the other hand, may not always recognize these dynamics, but when they do, the entire relationship can change. But what is the lesson that men often overlook? It's the realization that their own self-worth and boundaries play a huge role in the relationship dynamic. When men learn to value themselves, set healthy boundaries, and communicate openly, the power that women may have held often by default begins to shift. This isn't about taking control, but about creating mutual respect and understanding. When men start to recognize and assert their own needs, women may feel like they're losing power. This is because the dynamic they were used to is changing. Suddenly, both partners are on more equal footing. This can be unsettling at first, but it's actually a sign of growth. Relationships thrive when both people feel heard and respected, rather than one person holding all the cards. Let's look at some real-life examples. Imagine a man who always says yes to his partner's requests, even when he's uncomfortable. Over time, he may feel resentful and his partner may unconsciously take his compliance for granted. But when he starts expressing his true feelings and setting limits, the dynamic shifts. Both partners must now negotiate and compromise, leading to a healthier relationship. Open and honest communication is the foundation of any strong relationship. When men learn to articulate their needs and listen to their partners, misunderstandings decrease and trust grows. This new way of interacting can feel unfamiliar at first, but it ultimately leads to deeper connection and mutual respect. Both partners benefit from this shift, even if it means letting go of old habits. Self-respect is crucial for both men and women. When men develop a strong sense of self, they're less likely to fall into patterns of people-pleasing or passive behavior. This shift doesn't just benefit them, it also encourages their partners to reflect on their own behaviors and expectations. The result is a more balanced, fulfilling relationship where both people feel valued. The ultimate goal isn't for one person to have power over the other, but for both partners to feel empowered. When men and women support each other's growth, the relationship becomes a partnership in the truest sense. Both people bring their strengths to the table and both are willing to learn and adapt. This is where real intimacy and trust are built. In the end, when men learn to value themselves and communicate openly, the old power dynamics fade away. What replaces them is a new kind of relationship, one built on equality, respect, and genuine connection. Both partners have the opportunity to grow, support each other, and create a partnership that stands the test of time. That's the real secret to lasting love and happiness.